the second meeting with stakeholder for the learning program, adult CPR program for fitness trainers. This is for the unit TAEDES 401, and I'm the program designer, and this is my stakeholder, the manager of the fitness center, Raj. Good morning, Raj. Thanks for agreeing for the meeting in spite of your busy schedule.
Morning, Pradeepa. Thanks for coming over. It's alright. This is more important.
Raj, the main purpose of having a meeting today is to discuss the outline of the learning program drafted based on your needs. Also, I want to collaborate with you to find out whether we are in the right track and if there are any changes I need to make before finalizing the program.
That's alright. Let's go through it.
So, did you get a chance to go through the draft I sent you regarding the program, Raj?
Yes, I did. It looks great, but I'll let you know the changes that when we go through the section of it.
Okay, lovely. Let me go through it then. So from the conversation we had on the first day, when you initially wanted a learning program for your staff, from my understanding, it's mainly to teach adult CPR to all the fitness trainers working in your fitness center. Am I right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. The reason for this, we had an incident a few months ago. One of our client had a cardiac arrest during his personal training session. Even though our fitness trainers are first aid trained, they were not hands-on with the CPR. There was a delay in commencing the CPR on the client. Luckily, nothing happened to the client. He was recovered without any issues. But it was a near miss. The client could have had an irreversible brain injury during this incident, as bystander CPR wasn't commenced on time. I don't want this similar situation to occur in my center, and I want all my trainers to be hands-on with the CPR technique. I want to make this as a mandatory training for all of our trainers and with the early refresher.
Okay, fair enough. So from my understanding, they would have at least done a certificate course in fitness training with first aid as one of their mandatory unit.
Yes, that's right. All of them have completed minimum certificate 3 in fitness, providing first aid as a part of the course content, but not qualified with the adult CPR training. The trainers are both male and female trainers within the age group of 24 to 35, and they have worked with me in this center for 3 to 10 years.
Okay. So do they have any disabilities? They might have to sign a health disclaimer as well at the beginning of the program, and I'm in the process of developing one.
No, they don't have any physical disabilities or any medical conditions. They are good.
Cool. So even though they don't have any, I might have to ask them
Yeah, no
to sign
problem.
the health disclaimer just to make sure. Okay, the program that I have drafted have got some LLM requirements as well, the language literacy and numeracy requirements. I'll just go through it very briefly. The candidate should have reading and writing ability to follow guidelines, complete the written test and report the incidents. English language ability to follow the instructions and prompt the automated external defibrillator machine. They should have some oral communication skill to seek assistance from the emergency services, show respect to the casualty, obtain permission, participate in debriefing and conduct a verbal assessment at least. They need numerical ability to estimate the safe weight for manual handling and to perform the correct ratio of CPR compressions to the breaths for the 2 minutes. That is the 5 cycles of 30:2. Do you think they have any of these LLM issues or LLM requirements? Any issues with them?
No, not at all. They are pretty good in English, and they have been working as a fitness trainer with the ability to instruct clients with good listening and verbal communication skills. They also design fitness program by reading the relevant industry resources and things, and they also document client notes in a effective communication. They work with weights and BMI calculations every day, so they are good with the numerical calculation. They are smart with good common sense. They just need a training on adult CPR.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds like my job is even more easier now. Based on a previous meeting, I have drafted a learning program. I went through the training.gov.au website and found the unit of competency that would match your needs. It's called Providing Cardiopulmonary Resuscitation. I've emailed you that unit as well. I don't know whether you got a chance to go through it. Were you able to go through it?
Yes, yeah, I did go through it. Yeah.
Good. Um, then, do you think with few alterations and modifications suitable for our requirement, would this be the sort of learning program you were expecting?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, it would be ideal with a few modifications.
Lovely. Do you have any specific organizational requirements in the form of policies or guidelines surrounding fitness industry and work health and safety guidelines I need to follow?
Yes, that's a good question. Yes, we do have a special WNHS guidelines for our fitness business that might be needed to be included in this program. I'll send you the workplace incident report form template that we need to use if there is any incident in the center.
Okay, lovely. That's great. It's better we don't miss anything technically required around the fitness business. Also, I will give you an overview of this program which would help you to achieve the outcome. You okay to listen
Yep.
to? Yeah, thank you. I'll be giving a brief introduction on the program content, followed by state territory regulations, first aid codes of practice and workplace procedures, which will be refresher for the staffs, legal workplace and community consideration, which would explain about the concept of duty of care, anatomy and physiology related to basic life support, which might be new content for your staff, but I think it's good they learn the foundation to understand the principles of basic life support. Next would be the key principles of basic life support, and then comes the most important content of the program, CPR procedures for adults. Then would be the demonstration and the use of defibrillator. That is, you use an automated external defibrillator in your workplace. So I would be going through that. And debriefing, welfare, and finally the conclusion. The above content, I'm planning to deliver it via 1 day, 6.5 hours, face-to-face session in a simulated environment in the form of lectures, presentations, group activities and demonstrations. What do you think about this content, and are you happy with this being delivered as a face-to-face mode?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Excellent. This is exactly what we were looking for. Just one other thing, can you please touch base on one more content on this? Given the current scenario with the COVID crisis, can you please include the content on how to administer the CPR safely on the clients by identifying the potential risk of transmission associated with this?
Okay. That means I need to go through the latest guidelines on the impact of COVID-19 in performing CPR. That's not a problem. I think it's important we add this content in the current situation. Thank you for letting me know.
No, that's all right. Thank you. Yeah.
Not a problem. Okay. Now regarding the assessment, let's go through the assessment. The assessments are part of the 6.5 hour 1 day program. I thought of dividing it into 2 assessments. First one being theory assessment with 20 multiple choice questions over 45 minutes, and the candidates must gain 100% in this quiz to go to the next assessment. So in a way it's like a prerequisite for them. There are no specific number of allowed re-attempts for this quiz, so if they don't get 100%, again they can try and they can keep trying until they get 100%. The second part of the assessment is a practical assessment where the candidates have to perform the entire procedure of effective adult CPR on a mannequin. This would be a case scenario based assessment involving role play, group activity, oral questioning and demonstration, which would be lasting for nearly 1 hour and 15 minutes. This will be a competency-based assessment and the candidates have to be deemed competent to complete the program. If they are not competent, they have to be reassessed again. How does that sound, Raj?
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
I'll give them one fully paid study leave for this. It
Mhm.
works fine for me.
Okay. Very nice. Then ideally they should be able to pass the competency. If they are incompetent, then they have to rebook on another day and get reassessed.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's fine. I know some of them won't get it at the first time. Well, yeah, that's good.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, Raj, I will develop the health disclaimer, the multiple choice questions, the competency assessment tools based on your organizational policy. I will also send it to you for reviewing and commenting along with the learning program. So once you finalize it, I will finalize the learning program and send it to you. I will also develop a pre and a post learning program feedback form for the staffs to fill for quality improvement purpose. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's alright. That's absolutely fine. Not a problem at all. I'll send you the policies and guidelines that you needed. I'm very excited to get this learning program implemented. Hopefully, we don't get to use this. The outcome should be good, I believe.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Raj. I'll finalize everything and I'll send you meet you next time with the finalized program. Thank you. That's the end of meeting with the stakeholder, second meeting for the unit TAEDES 401.